My name is Dadisi Najib. I'm with the San Francisco Department of Public Works, and I'll be your hearing officer today. And Ms. Stevens here is our clerk for the meeting. Her job is to record, to keep track of time of the speakers and to make sure that everything goes okay. So we are hearing one item on the agenda today, order number 201837, to consider an application from Bluestone Lane to occupy a portion of the public right-of-way with 14 tables and 28 chairs from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Sunday at 55 2nd Street. Did everyone sign in? You both signed in? Okay. So we asked you to sign in so that we will be able to notify you when a determination is made. I won't be making any decisions or ruling today. I make my recommendations to our Public Works Director, Mohammed Nuru, and then Mr. Nuru makes the final decision on the matters today. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. And is there anyone here from Public Works? Okay, hi. Would you like to come up and make your presentation? Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kelly Albers, representing Public Works, Bureau of Street Use and Mapping. I would like to give a quick overview of the cafe tables and chairs permit application 19TC-00387 for Bluestone Lane at 55 2nd Street to occupy the public right-of-way with 14 tables and 28 chairs from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Sunday. The application was received by Public Works on June 27, 2019. The plan was reviewed and determined to be in general compliance with DPW Order 183188. A 10-day public notification was posted on July 19, 2019, and concluded July 29th. During the notification period, Public Works received one email objection with concerns regarding the amount of seating in the public right-of-way and inadequate clearance on the sidewalk for accessibility and walkability. The objector indicated that they would be willing to withdraw their objection if the applicant reduced their outdoor seating area down to 7 tables and 14 chairs. The applicant denied the objector's proposal, stating that would cause a great detriment to their cafe. Thank you.
Thank you. Is the applicant here?
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
Should I state my name for the record?
Yes.
Hi, Harry Callion. I'm the General Counsel of Bluestone Lane. We, as the DPW rep mentioned, we had responded to the objector's comment. We just said it would cause too much of a hardship. I mean, there's 14 tables. There's there's 2 rows of tables. This is basically eliminating an entire row, and the plan was compliant with DPW rules. But again, we indicated to DPW we're willing to work with the objector, and we're willing to work with the DPW in order to, make everybody happy. We want to be a good neighbor, so that's it.
Oh, I have a question. You didn't bring any materials? I have to go on Google and look it up. I just wanted to.
I have it
a
on
visual?
my iPad here.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Can we put that, Ms. Stevens, can he put the iPad underneath the projector so I can visually see? What's the cross street there on 2nd? Oh, I thought you had like a Google view. It's okay. It's okay. Take your time. Can I look at them? Thank you. Do you know what the capacity is, Council Callie? Do you know what the capacity is inside of the restaurant? Okay.
I don't actually.
But they're already open and operating, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
under 74. I think it's about 65. Or
What kind of restaurant is it? What type of food?
I literally just flew in from New York, so
That's okay.
I don't know the streets that well.
Time. Wow.
Yep.
I believe it's a 15-foot wide sidewalk.
Say that again, Ms. Alvarez?
I believe it's a 15-foot wide sidewalk.
Okay.
This is a better view.
Okay. On Second Street. What's the cross street?
Second Street between.
On the east or west side? So Second Street runs north and south. Okay, it's on the west side, I think. Okay. And so that's the plan, to have the tables and chairs. So they're like bistro tables. Right. It's 14 tables or 28, yeah. So 2 seats to a table. Okay, how long's this business been in business, do you know?
This location, we opened a few months ago only. The company was founded in 2014. We have, we're based in New York. We have about 47 locations nationwide.
And and I can go back and look at the appellate's comments, it sounds like they weren't opposing the tables and chairs altogether, they just wanted to see fewer because they were concerned about path of travel.
Correct.
But it's a 15-foot sidewalk, so I think our requirements. So with the tables and chairs, how many feet do we have left?
And a half from the tree well.
Okay.
So we define this as the edge of the permitted area where the diverters end. And then
Okay.
we establish an appearance of the pedestrian path travel from that edge to the nearest obstruction, which is the tree well, so it's 6.5 feet. And the minimum appearance requirement is 6.
Okay.
And the cafe is 4 feet. Right, so then,
And the frontage of that area, what's the length of the frontage? Okay. And the person who objected, were they another restaurant or business, or just a resident, or? Okay, I shouldn't say just a resident, but, okay. And there was just one objection? Oh, let me see. I forgot I could read this here.
with respect to
I
this.
saw the response to the anti-smoking enforcement from the applicant, that they were, well aware of that, and that they plan to be sure to monitor and enforce that from their patrons, so. I'm
So
not
we
concerned.
don't allow smoking in any cafes. New York has the same stringent requirements, and it's LA as well, so we don't allow any smoking in any of our premises in and
Okay.
around.
All right. Do you have any other questions or anything else you want to share?
Well, like we said, if the objector, we're happy to make, any other reasonable accommodations. And we're also, even on this, we're willing to make accommodations because we want to be a good neighbor. We have other locations in the city as well. We have one at 227 Front. We have one at 685 Market. Another one opening at 420 Folsom. Another one opening at 1500 Mission Street. We have one in Los Altos. So we're committed to being good neighbors in San Francisco.
And so, quick question, what are the operational hours of the business?
7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
So you close at 7 p.m.?
Yes.
So then what happens to the tables and chairs after 7? Do they stay out, or do they
They get
come
brought in every night.
Okay, and then they come out every day between 7 to 7?
Yep.
Okay, that's reasonable. All right. Well,
Thank
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Ma'am, who just walked in, do you want to sign in over here on the sign-in sheet? Did you wish to comment? Make comments about this case or this item? Before we heard from the city and we've heard from the applicant, and I was gonna close it out, but if you're here, can you
Hi.
sign in, please? There's a sign-in sheet right here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Can you state
My
your
name
name?
is Wendy.
Oh, hi, Wendy. Okay.
I just want to announce really quickly that I'm hard of hearing,
Okay.
okay? And I'm concerned that the walkway as it is, with the tables and chairs in the public right of way, that there's not enough room for people with disabilities, except to walk in a single file.
Okay.
And I would ask that the numbers of tables and chairs be reduced, instead of it being side by side, that there just be a single row of tables and chairs. If you take a look at that, okay, this is in response to walkability. As seen in this picture, a lot of times I've seen people in wheelchairs, walkers, crutches. My husband is partially blind. That usually when there's only a single path of travel, people blame them for holding them up. And when actually it's the furniture that's on the sidewalk that creates a problem and stuff. If 25% of our city population are seniors and people with disability, and I'm looking at this as we're supposed to be a walkable city and stuff like that, and these where the if you're in a walker or in a wheelchair, the utility covers and stuff like that, they don't make for a very smooth glide path, unless you have a power wheelchair or something like that.
Okay.
And here's an example of this, the same corporate cafe on Bush Street. And as you can see, with the J.C. Decaux furniture on the left side and the tables and chairs on the right side, here's a gentleman with his wheeled bag and stuff like that. Again, it only looks like it's a single path of travel. And already I'm looking at, so Kelly informed me that the diverters, the tables and chairs, are not supposed to be out of, and as you can see here, it's already past the diverter. So myself, I have a mobility issue, and I'm hoping that I never will have to use a cane, but I have to think about that. Okay. I also have been a family caregiver for people with disabilities in my own family 3 or 4 times already. And to be able to have a clear path of travel, it's really important. And one of the problems that impacts me is when I'm out, it helps to have somebody there. And as I said, my husband is partially blind, and if we will walk side by side, the width of the sidewalk is really important. And so the way I see it, the city isn't really built for walkability for people with disability. And I guess I'm trying to change that a little bit, one piece at a time. One of the things that I've consistently been told is that my knee problems means that I have to do a lot. If I get fit and lose some weight, that'll take the pressure off my knees and stuff like that. And for me, the easiest thing to do is on flat surfaces.
Okay.
San Francisco's, filled with hills and so on and so forth, and the downtown is mostly flat, and stuff like that. So this is the reason why, I'm here.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Wendy, for your comments and your presentation. It was very thorough. I'm going to ask Ms. Kelly Alvarez to come back up from Public
I'm
Works.
sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said thank you for your presentation and for your comments. And I'm going to ask Ms. Alvarez from Public Works, Kelly Alvarez, to come back up and address some of the concerns you had. Specifically, before you got here, we discussed the current width of the sidewalk on 2nd Street. I believe it's recently undergone a streetscape improvements process and where they've widened the sidewalks. So I would like for Ms. Alvarez to address what the standard sidewalk width is from San Francisco and what the ADA requirements are for pedestrian path of travel on our sidewalks. I think I know what it is, but I just want her to confirm. We ascertained before you came in that with the tables and chairs added, that the current sidewalk width is 15 feet, And with the tables and chairs added, the path of travel for the stretch of fronting property where the restaurant is will be 6.5 feet from the tree wells to the tables, which I believe our ADA is 4 feet? 4 feet ADA requirements, which, I agree is not a lot of space, but this is, an extra 2.5 feet wider than what the ADA requirements are. So I'm wondering if, from your perspective, if the property owner was willing to make some type of concession, like what would make you happy? It sounds like you're not opposed to some tables and chairs, you just would prefer not to see them side by side. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
I don't know if it was ever discussed with the Bluestone side of it, but some of the earlier alternatives that I had suggested, and it would seem to me to be a better fit, is maybe to have tables and chairs underneath the trees that are on
Closer to the
the
curb?
closer to the curb. And as far as extending the sidewalk, can't be done because there is a bike lane. And then,
Right. I think they just widened the sidewalks already. I know that we just redid Second Street for a big streetscape project, and lots of times they will widen the sidewalk width as a part of the beautification. So I believe that's already been done. But do you know, Ms. Alvarez, what the standard on average San Francisco sidewalk widths are? They're 12, okay. So we did widen them already. I think we took lanes, okay.
okay,
All right, well,
thank you.
thank you very much for your time and your comments. Thank you. Sure, please come up and state your name again.
Harry Callion from Bluestone Lane. I'd be happy to give the objector my card as well. If she ever has an issue, I'll connect her with the general manager of the store, who's the regional manager and the regional manager of San Francisco. If she ever has an issue whatsoever, she can
Okay.
give us a call. We're happy to work with her. Notwithstanding whatever your decision is,
Right.
we're happy to, we want to be a good neighbor, and we always love our locals, and we want to, make her a regular. So
Okay.
I'll give her my card so she can get in touch with me.
Okay, thank you. Make sure you speak up when you talk to her, okay. Thank you. All right, my name's Adisi Najib. I was your hearing officer for today. Ms. Stevens was our clerk, and we're closing out order number 201837. Thank you for your time.